Every reformist leader, no matter how clean his intentions, eventually finds himself tested by controversy. For Vico Sotto, the promise of integrity has been a constant part of his public image. Yet his years as mayor of Pasig City have not been without storms. Some came in the form of formal complaints. Others arose from questions about projects and programs that carried his name. In 2021, a Pasig resident named Ethelmark Cruz filed a graft complaint before the Office of the Ombudsman. The accusation centered on a tax settlement with Converge ICT, a major internet provider. Cruz alleged that the company had been granted a discount on penalties for underdeclared taxes, costing the city more than 2 million pesos. Both the mayor's camp and Converge denied wrongdoing, but the complaint became a talking point for critics eager to test Vico's reformist image. Another case emerged from an employee benefit. During Pasig's founding anniversary in 2022, instead of the traditional cash allowance, city workers received commemorative shirts worth about 1,000 pesos each. A complainant named Michelle Prudencio filed charges of graft and violation of procurement laws, claiming that the shirts had been procured without public bidding. Supporters defended the move as a well-intentioned gift, but legally it opened questions about transparency in spending. The heat intensified as election season approached. In 2022, Alejandro Sanoy, a political figure aligned with rivals, petitioned the Commission on Elections to disqualify Vico from running for re-election. The complaint alleged that he had engaged in vote buying by releasing scholarship stipends close to the campaign period. For the mayor, it was simply a continuation of existing programs. For his opponents, the timing was suspicious. Comelec reviewed the petition, but allowed Vico to stay in the race, underscoring how easily political programs can be reframed as violations during heated campaigns. But the sharpest and most persistent controversy involved a project meant to symbolize progress. The plan for a new Pasig City Hall complex, valued at nearly 10 billion pesos, the government center was defended by city officials as necessary, citing studies that declared the old building unsafe. Yet opponents argued that the project had been railroaded. The construction firm that first submitted an unsolicited proposal later secured the contract, raising suspicions about favoritism. Critics also pointed to unusually high engineering design costs that inflated the budget. A petition for a temporary restraining order was filed by Sonoy in 2023. Challenging the legality of the project. The petition argued that the City Hall redevelopment was not properly included in Pasig's local development plan and investment program, making the contract vulnerable to legal challenge. For many civic groups, the issue was not whether Pasig deserved a new government building, but whether the process honored the transparency that Vico had promised. Through it all, Vico remained calm in public, insisting that his conscience was clear, and that these cases were part of the cost of breaking old systems. Yet the controversies revealed a deeper truth. In the Philippines, leadership is never only about reformist ideals. It is about navigating political enemies, legal scrutiny, and the unrelenting demand for proof. That one's governance is truly different. In the end, the controversies that swirled around Vico Sotto seemed to matter little to the people who mattered most. The voters of Pasig. In the 2025 local elections, he won a resounding mandate, securing more than 351,000 votes, or nearly 76% of the electorate. His closest rival trailed far behind with less than 30,000 votes. The overwhelming result sent a clear message. The residents of Pasig were not swayed by the complaints, petitions, and accusations that had followed his administration. Instead, they reaffirmed their trust in his reformist vision, proving that, at least in his city, integrity and transparency still carried greater weight than political intrigue.